everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day. We're taking a look here at Bitcoin, seeing what's going on. Looks like it did exactly what we were expecting. Again, I'm not trying to be a told you so at all, but we did see this extra little wick up here to wreck us some of the shorts. We're going to take a look at that here briefly as well on the back end data. So if you're new to the channel, not a financial advisor, hope you can learn something here today. Apologize for my voice. I'm coming down with a cold, so I do apologize in advance. I'll probably have a lot less videos out here today. Regardless of that fact, we do want to celebrate some positive stuff. Very well done here to one of our newest members. We got Jasraj, of course, kicking some butt. This guy is always pretty consistent. Very, very well done. And yeah, it's okay if it closes at break even. That's completely normal. Too greedy, different story, but it's okay. You learn from it, right? And next time you'll be different. Also, here's one of our newer members here. Look at this Agroman. Goodness gracious, 45.39% on 100x Solana long. That is a pretty ballsy play, but good job nonetheless. I really hope that's a fantastic profit for you. Well done. Quick little celebration too for our premium group. Thank you for the feedback. Injective, we took 202% on our most recent long position with that. So I'll try to see if I can cover that here later today, but either way, let's focus on Bitcoin. And again, price wicked up here to go ahead and close out that liquidity. So we see this previous liquidity level here has been fully filled. Okay? So now that that's been swept, decent chance we could see the price action pull back. The fact that it swept that and didn't get past that level tells me there's a lot of resistance at 35,200, and we probably won't see the price get above that level in the immediate future. Okay. So again, I'm still subscribing to the thought process that the price action will pull back and effectively hit one of these two Fibonacci levels between 30 and 31,300. Again, it's kind of a matter of time at this point. Now that the monthly candlestick has closed very, very strong, you do got to recognize that October is over, and we could very well see the price pull back. Granted, November is a very strong month typically in most cases, so we could very well see that, but I wouldn't be surprised if we start off with some significant red and then follow off with some green near the end of the month. Okay? So, again, interesting stuff. All right, so let's discuss we can talk about the monthly. Really not too much to note here except for the fact that we're above 50 on the RSI. MACD is doing very well. We're also in a position right now as well where the simple moving averages are below the price action. So all great things here, really. There's nothing disadvantageous there. Same thing with the weekly too. We just looked at that yesterday. So what I want to jump into, honestly, just to kind of preserve the time here so we're not stuck kind of talking about the same old stuff, we want to kind of look a little bit more into the back-end data here, okay? Because there is some liquidations here, of course, as you can kind of see, and this is interesting to me because the price action is range bound right now between roughly 33.5 and 35.2. Okay, in that range bound activity, we're seeing a lot more longs getting liquidated than shorts. Leads me to believe that we have a lot more selling pressure. Okay, so keep in mind that tells us a lot here in the back end there. Where yes, of course, they were red days when we saw this, but they're not like massive candle wicks. They're just kind of sticking within that range. But when you have a tremendous amount of shorts, not getting liquidated and longs getting liquidated, it tells me there's more of a bias towards the downside. We can see here as well, of course, right now we have a lot of folks. Basically, this is the aggregated delta between longs and shorts. There's a lot more shorts open now than longs. Okay? So I think we're starting to get to that point where the price is having difficulty passing this plane. We're probably going to see a pullback. Okay? Again, it may not happen instantly, but it could happen here in just a little bit. Once more, Fed meeting is coming up at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's something to be mindful of. Roughly an hour and a half from the recording of this video. So just be aware. We're not taking any trades right now, specifically because we don't want to risk anything. Okay? Because again, it's pretty risky. So we're waiting until after the Fed meeting to take our next set of trades. So do appreciate your patience if you're part of my premium group. And again, just because the Fed meeting occurs doesn't mean I'm instantly going to send out signals. It just implies that we got to kind of test the waters first and then go ahead and get in. Sure, there's going to be some missing out. Obviously, there's going to be a lot. But the bottom line here is that we can survive to trade another day if we don't get too risky in this short amount of time. Okay, anyways, enough about that. Let's go ahead and work our way down. Looking at the moving averages here, nothing much has really changed. Basically the same narrative from yesterday. Actually, I'm sorry, I kind of glossed over this. Let's go back here. I apologize. Again, not all there today, but I can tell you though that we got some late longs here. Let's go ahead and take a look. This is what I wanted to show you. Late longs getting fairly well wrecked, right? Again, these are breakout traders hitting that 34,800 mark, thinking the price going to break out, which it did. Worked up to 35.2 to fill that liquidity level. Comes right back down at the previous resistance, and now a lot of late longs are stuck in an upside down position. Okay, they're probably going to get liquidated here soon. Furthermore, too, we can kind of see here as well, and this is kind of what I was talking about yesterday also, is that we're going to see a liquidation hunt. And that's basically what it did. It wicked right up to the previous high, closed out majority of these shorts, and then price comes pulling back down to low. So what they do is they wreck all the shorts, get the bears to be concerned, and to effectively stop shorting. And then they instantly sell their position, so these late longs are also underwater. Now they have complete control, and they're probably going to push the price action down. Okay? Which they already have so far. It's at 34.4. But once more, let's look at some smaller time frame stuff to see if there's anything kind of telling us we may see a turnaround. Again, when we're range bound like this, not a tremendous amount of things are going to stick out at you. But truth is, this liquidation levels have been bull swept. Even the most recent, newer one there at about 34.8. We have a lower liquidity level here too. Wouldn't be surprised if we see the price action, wick down here and then potentially decide to leg up again. That's a very common thing. If you look up sometime, there's a thing called power of three, where the price action is range bound. It'll sweep a lower or upper liquidity level and then turn itself around. I swept the upper liquidity level, so I'm speculating we're going to see the price come down here soon. Okay. Again, we're soon to lose this ascending trend as well. We're under the 20, testing the 50 right now, so it's not looking fantastic. TD sequential is not going to really tell us much at all. We're not overextended by any stretch. We're just seeing these scammy candles. And then what we want to take a look at here would be, I guess, volume, but again, it's going to paint the same scenario as yesterday. We have a lot of volume at this level here, not a lot in between. What happens? The fair value gaps get filled. Okay? And there is a ton of fair value here. Okay? So you can kind of see roughly, if we take a look at different time frames, first of all, the daily, he doesn't really specify any of the fair value gaps just because of the way that it's structured. 4 hour kind of gives us a little bit more of an understanding here, but we can see that there is fair value here at 31.2, 30,000 even, a few others down below. We won't worry about those yet because I do feel 30,000 will hold as a support if we retest that level, but still something to know. Okay? So again, I do think that this area here will get inevitably filled, so it wouldn't be the worst thing ever to consider a short position. Okay? And I'm leaning more towards the price pulling back just because it's having very difficult time crossing this level, and the fact that we filled that liquidity, there's really no merit to pushing the price action higher for the whales. So it just kind of makes sense they're going to pull back. Again, just some speculation here from a guy that's been trading for 20 years. I don't know a lot, but I do know enough, and I can tell you that trading into the Fed meeting today is not really ideal. You are going to consider doing that. Again, low leverage, low position size. I'm considering opening a short here as a result of the Fed meeting, but we are going to see where it goes. Okay, just a matter of time. So taking a look here at the hourly. Okay, first of all, we want to take a quick peek at the Ichimoku cloud and just confirm that it's really giving us a lot of false positives. Not a lot going on here. We do look at the RSI still below 50, and MACD is not even converged yet. So truth is, there's not a lot here telling us that the price action should continue higher. Okay? And I think if you're kind of trying to be a breakout trader buying at the top, that's not really the best play right now. True, Bitcoin could go up, but it has much more propensity to go down, at least in the immediate future because of how overextended it is. Again, a myriad of other factors, but you take a look at all this back-end data, you can kind of see that we are primed for a decrease. Again, those are just things that I'm kind of seeing here. I hope this was beneficial and I clarified correctly. Again, a little shorter here today, of course, just trying to preserve my voice. I'll cover Solana here in a moment, and that should be it for the day. I do apologize again for the lack of videos, but moving forward, if you're part of my group, thank you again so much for your support. I will be, once I'm recovered fully, I do cover a lot more videos here. If you saw on Monday, got 12 videos out there. So I'm hoping to get somewhere in the range of 8 to 12 per day on average, just so we can get you guys your analysis, because there's been a lot more requests here recently, and I like to make sure to honor that and get you what you need. And the more requests I cover, the more opportunities we have for signals too in our group. So really awesome stuff. All right, help us jump on over to our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord and grow the community. If you want to look at playout charts, I send these out. They look something like this. This is yesterday's playout chart for Solana, and it actually broke $40 already. So I'm excited to check that one out here soon. Thanks so much for joining me here. Hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.